Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Geaux Stros coming at you from Hiroshima, Japan. We are set now for game number 2 of the American League Wild Card Series between the Detroit Tigers and our Houston Astros. Game 1 was pretty abysmal. The Astros weren't hitting the ball. They were stranding runners on base. Only managed one run in the ninth inning. And Framber had a little breakdown in inning number 2. Gave up 3 runs. And that would be all the Tigers needed for that game. And now we are facing elimination with just one more loss. So the Astros have to come up with 2 wins to get this thing. They can definitely do it. I really don't think that the Tigers, they've got talent, but I think that a lot of their success has just come off the backs of their youth and luck. I've looked at a lot of their, I guess you could say, highlights, because I wanted to understand the team a little better. And their road has been one of, in my opinion, a combination of youth and luck. And I'm not saying they don't have skill, because I do believe they have some skill. They have some potential. But there's no reason to think that the Astros can't beat them in the next 2 games. So let's hope that we get on that today. Thaddeus B. Let's go Tigers. You gotta like other teams, not just the Astros. Ain't no ways. What in the world are you talking about? Do you like other teams besides the Tigers, Thaddeus? Because if you are a true fan of a team, you like that team. You don't like other teams. You can respect other teams, but how can you have 2 favorite teams? What you're saying makes no sense. Most people only like one team. The only other team that I like is not in the MLB as far as baseball is concerned. I like the Hiroshima Carp, which is the Hiroshima baseball team, the professional Japanese baseball team. So the local team here in the Japan League, I like them. But they are not in competition with my childhood team, the Astros. What you don't understand, bro, is that I lived in Houston when I was a little kid, and as I was growing up, I became a big Houston fan of all Houston teams. All the Major League Houston teams, rather. At that time, I wasn't into college sports. The Tigers and the Padres. Well, I have respect for the Padres. I think they're a good team. I don't think that the Tigers are a good team. I think that they have potential. They just had one really good pitcher, and that's why the Astros shooting themselves in the foot. That's why the Tigers won game 1, but they shouldn't win 2 or 3. My older brother only makes me dislike the Dodgers, but then again, a lot of people dislike the Dodgers. Probably, yeah, definitely a lot more people hate the Dodgers than those who like the Dodgers. And that's primarily because of the fans. Dodgers fans are annoying, just like Dallas Cowboy fans, which is another reason why my brother picked them. People like my brother, they pick these teams which they think are like legacy teams or the best teams or the most popular teams. And once upon a time, the Cowboys were that because of Tom Landry. But thanks to Jerry Jones, they have just become the most hated team in the NFL. As for the MLB, as an Astros fan, there are a few teams that we don't like because of the fans primarily. One of those being the Rangers. another being the Mariners. But the Dodgers for sure. I have no idea what you're talking about, Carl. But the carp. Oh, you mean the carp. You know the fish, the carp? There are carp around the castle here, and it's called Carp Castle. That's the nickname, and so that's also the name of the baseball team. Hunter Brown is on the mound, guys. We're about to get started here in the first inning. Hunter Brown is about to throw his first postseason game. He's facing Parker Meadows for the Tigers, who's at the plate right now. First pitch is fouled off, 98 miles an hour for strike one. And I need to set up my preview here right quick. I think maybe that's good. Here we go. All right, strike two. Just like that. Fouled off. 2 pitches, 2 strikes from Hunter Brown. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. The bell rings out in Minute Maid Park. Fouled off again. 98 on the upper outside corner. I'm going to do much shorter clips today than I have been doing, primarily because I don't want to get any strikes on my channel. 96 miles an hour, hit to left field. Hayward is there to make the catch, and that will be out number 1. Leadoff batter is a fly out, almost a strikeout, but he was fouling it off, and finally he flied out. He flew out. Ah, man. 3:35 in the morning here. I don't know where you guys are, but whatever time of the day it is, I hope that you're having a good day. Next pitch from Hunter Brown is right in the bottom of the zone. Strike 2. Kerry Carpenter. Here comes the next pitch to Carpenter. That was about a foot outside. 99 miles an hour from Brown. 1-1 is the count. Here comes a 1-1 pitch from Brown. This one's right in the middle of the zone. Hit to center field. Going to be playable. Chas McCormick is in the game. He's going to make the play, and that's out number 2. Chaz in the game today. I can't wait to take a look at the Astros lineup. Jason Hayward in left. Chas McCormick in center. I would imagine Kyle Tucker is in right, and he is. That brings up Matt Vierling. First pitch to him is on the way. Just inside, misses by just a couple of inches. Ball 1. 97 on that one. Brown throwing a lot of heat right now. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Right in there, 97 miles an hour. Strike 1. It's looking right now that Hunter Brown has a lot of control. He's definitely throwing power. Let's hope he shuts them down today. Here's the next pitch. 99 right in the top of the zone. Strike 2. That was beautiful. Look at that. 0-2, or 1-2 rather. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch to Vierling. Low and away. Count is even, 2-2. That was an 83 mile an hour cutter. How nice would it be to see 7 innings of complete shutout baseball by Hunter Brown, or 8 or 9 short innings, getting easy outs, giving up no runs. I really believe they can. Maybe Detroit's luck has run out right here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch from Hunter Brown. Strike 3 right there. Didn't even have to wait for the umpire to call that one. It was right in there, and Hunter Brown is pumped up as he comes off the mound. Bam. 80 or 98 miles an hour. Vierling can't handle it. Didn't even have time to think about that. 3 up and 3 down. Tigers look like I think they should look in that top part of the inning. Astros coming up in the bottom of the third, or bottom of the first rather, the first 3 batters. That's what I meant to say. Jose Altuve at second base, followed by Kyle Tucker in right field and Yordan Alvarez in the well, technically the third batting position, DH, followed by Bregman at third base. Yainer Diaz is catching again today. He'll be followed by Victor Caratini, who's at first. Jeremy Pena at shortstop. Jason Hayward in left. And McCormick batting, batting ninth in center field. Pardon me, it is 3:39 in the morning right now. I did manage to get to sleep a little earlier than usual. I think I slept maybe 6 hours, almost 6 hours. That's not bad considering I had to get up at 3 o'clock. I decided to get up a little bit later today because I didn't have as much to set up. I did all that before I went to sleep. All I had to do this morning was turn on the computer, open the software, make my hot water, and get my coffee. Get my coffee. I did what? Let's go Astros. Yes, Richard, let's go. Welcome back. Casey Jones, I'm on ESPN. It's 30 seconds behind your feed. Oh, really? That's hilarious. I use the MLB feed, which, to my understanding, is supposed to be the most live feed, but it still isn't as live as I prefer. I wish it were just like 1 second off of the actual events. But it is what it is. My personal hero and favorite player of all time in the MLB is coming to the plate. Jose Altuve. First pitch from Tyler Holton is in there for strike 1. Astros wearing the nice orange jerseys that I like so much. Here's the next pitch. Altuve shows bunt but pulls back at the last moment. And that will be a low pitch for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes a pitch to Tuve. Too far inside, way inside, 87 miles an hour. Ball 2, 2-1. Man, the Tigers already have a pitcher warming up. Yeah, they don't plan on keeping their starter in very long, I guess. Swinging a foul ball by Altuve, and that'll be 2-2. Holden comes set on the mound. Here's the pitch to Altuve. That was low, ball 3. Altuve has a good at-bat to start off, getting the count full. Probably the more pitchers that the Astros see, the better. I mean, they just start going through pitchers. Then the Astros could be scoring a goodly amount of runs. It's going to be a bullpen game for the Tigers. Here's the next pitch to Altuve, and this one's hit hard down the line. It's fair. There's a long throw. And did he get him? They say he did. If it stands, then that's an amazing play. Altuve just hit it too hard. Man, that was a good play by the third baseman, but yeah, Altuve just hit it way too hard. Just barely beat. Just a half a step. Altuve just by a half a step doesn't get there in time. That's one out. Kyle Tucker comes to the plate. First pitch to him is way off. Way outside. 80 miles an hour, ball one. Well, at least Altuve got the pitch count up. Here comes the ninth pitch rather, from Holton. 92 on the outside corner, or outside edge rather. Strike one, the count is even. I hate that they are changing the batting averages on the screen to this game. Fouled opposite field down the line, and that will be strike two. 1-2 is the count to Tucker. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. This one's fouled down the first baseline and against the Astros dugout. Tucker trying to say hello to his buddies over there. I put my whole savings on the Tigers. Well, that's not a very smart move. I'm not a bettor myself. That was weird. This ball bounces off of something. It bounces off the catcher. They say that I thought it was a foul ball, but apparently it's not a foul ball. The umpire says it's a strike. They say that he went. He went around. He didn't foul it off. It just bounced off the catcher. I thought it was a foul ball, but apparently not. Catcher just couldn't catch it. So that'll be out number 2 with a check swing strikeout by Tucker, and that brings up Air Jordan. Here's the first pitch to him. 92, just a tad down. That one was close. It looked like it nicked the bottom of the zone, but the umpire laid off. That will be a 1-0 count. Come on. A hit in the first inning would be awesome. Come on, Jordan. Here's the 1-0 pitch. High and inside, almost clipped his arm. 2-0. This pitcher on the mound, Holton, he is a reliever, so it makes sense why he wouldn't be in more than one inning. Next pitch is right on the inside corner. Right on that inside edge. Strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike to Jordan. Holton now up to 15 pitches. Alex Bregman is on deck. He would bat if Jordan can do something here. 91 on the inside edge again, but this time Jordan fouls it off. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. No runners on here in the bottom of the first. Here's the pitch to Jordan. Fouled away again down the first baseline. Yeah, Hunter Brown. Hunter Brown. Here comes the next pitch from Holton. Fouled away again. This one trickles harmlessly down the third baseline over towards the Tigers dugout. It feels weird. Still feels weird calling them the Tigers. Every time I think of the Tigers, I think of my college team, the LSU Tigers. The only Tigers that I like. Here comes the next pitch to Jordan. And it's grounded. Very soft ground ball to the second baseman. He throws over to first. No problem. Out number 3. So soft ground out by Jordan will end the inning. Astros don't do anything. Altuve does rip the ball down the line, but he gets thrown out. Tucker check swing strikeout, and Jordan with a very soft serve ground out to second base to start the first. And we are going into the top of the second inning, guys, here at Minute Maid Park. All zeros right now. No errors, no hits, no runs. Hunter Brown will be back up on the mound in a minute. It appears that the Tigers are going to be changing to another pitcher in the second inning. We'll see how that goes. Holton actually needed about 18 pitches to get through that inning. If that keeps happening, the Astros should be scoring some runs. I wonder how many pitchers the Tigers are going to use in this game. I'm already almost ready for another cup of coffee. I've got some strange commercials right now. Hey, Richard, you said why? Why what? 9 people watching. Thank you so much. It looks like the like count is pretty high, so I appreciate everyone for liking. The views were really, really down yesterday. Got a new subscriber, Tyler Miller. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you being here. It is 3:49 in the morning over here in Hiroshima. I'm feeling much better today for this game than I was for game 1, because I had a long trip to the city to go to the hospital a couple days ago, and I was still feeling the lag of that. It always gives me a break, but it also is a little tiring because it's not close to here. I have to take a long bus ride and all that, but it's all right. It's all right. Riley Green is at the plate facing Hunter Brown. The first pitch is in there for ball 1. Just below the zone. I thought that was going to be a strike, but it was called a ball. 1-0. Here comes a pitch from Brown. That one's almost in the dirt. They'll change the ball for Brown. Ball 2. Oh, I think I forgot to remove my graphic off the screen, did I? No, I didn't. Okay, that one's in there for a strike. Nice pitch, Mr. Brown. I was thinking that I forgot to remove my starting shortly graphic, but I did. Good for me. I remembered, then I forgot that I remembered. 2 balls and 2 strikes now with that foul off. That one bounces over towards the Astros dugout harmlessly. Riley Green with the 2-ball, 2-strike count. Hunter Brown looking for the pitch. He's got what he wants, and here comes the delivery. Strike 3, high fastball, little fist pump from Hunter Brown. He gets the nice strikeout. Boom, yeah. 95, right in the top of the zone, perfectly placed. Hunter Brown at 18 pitches now. It's basically taken him 4.25 pitches on average so far to get each batter. Here's the next pitch to Colt Keith. Just a tad high and outside. He missed that corner, that upper outer corner. 98, man. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the next pitch. Ooh, that one's in there. Bottom of the zone. Keith seemed to be questioning the ump a little bit, but that was right on the line there, buddy. That's called a strike. Good call by the ump. 1-1. Counts even. Man, they got like 7 guys in the bullpen out there. Look at this. 7 guys out there. And that's a strike. Strike 2 to Keith. Right on the outside edge. Hunter Brown dotting those edges. Bottom of the zone, inside, outside. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout by Brown. He sets him down with a pitch on the outside corner. 81 miles an hour changeup. How do you like that? 2 outs. Man. I feel like A.J. Hinch knows Framber Valdez pretty well, and I feel like he was able to give the batters some good advice about Framber yesterday, and they were able to get to him in that 1 inning. First pitch is fouled off by Spencer Torkelson. He breaks his bat in the process. Man, that destroyed his bat. Look at this. Yeah, that's what happens when you're batting against Hunter Brown. You hit it on that small part of the bat, it just destroys it. That's the reason why I didn't play with a wooden bat when I was younger. I wanted to, but I cracked my first wooden bat, and I was worried about breaking it. My family was poor; we couldn't afford to get another bat, so I just kept playing with the aluminum bats. First pitch, or the next pitch rather, to Torkelson is just inside. Man, he missed just by an inch, maybe. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, no runners on. Here in the top of the second, here's the pitch from Hunter Brown. Strike right there in the lower outside corner. 98 miles an hour. Look at that pitch. Perfect. Boom. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Torkelson. Spencer Torkelson about to become Striker Strikerson. Striker Strikeouterson. There comes a pitch from Hunter Brown. Crowd is up on their feet. 98 in the top of the zone. A good pitch, but fouled off by Torkelson. He torkles that one into the crowd. Huh. People on top of the dugout grabbing at the ball. It rolls around. Somebody got lucky. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch from Brown. This is his 27th pitch of the game. This one's hit up the middle, but it's a soft little hit to Altuve. He fires to first. Oh, the throw is off target. The throw pulls Caratini off the bag, and he tries to tag him, but it doesn't happen. That's going to be an error on Altuve for a bad throw to first base. Altuve pulls Caratini off the bag. Caratini tries to apply the tag right here, but he's not able to get it, so that's going to be an error. Runner on first with 2 outs. So Tigers get a base runner off of a mistake by Altuve. Zach McKinstry comes to the plate. First pitch to him is a strike. Swing and a miss on the outside corner. 0-1. Sad to see Altuve making a bad throw like that on a routine play. High fastball, 97, just above the zone. Fouled off for strike 2. So Hunter Brown has another opportunity for a strikeout here. Good count. Pitcher's count, 0-2. Out of all the players, the one that I don't want to see making any errors is Jose Altuve. And Alex Bregman. I want to see these guys just lock it down. Just be who they are. Here comes the next pitch to McKinstry. This one's hit to left field and looks like it's going to drop right in the gap. And McCormick fumbles it. He throws it in, but Torkelson's going to get over to third. So now runners on first and third. So the Tigers take advantage of the error and move runners to first and third. Trey Sweeney comes to the plate now. No, I'm sorry, second and third. He got to second. I thought he was on first, but he was able to get to second. Runners on second and third with 2 outs. Trey Sweeney comes to the plate. Here's the pitch. 92, just up by about 8 inches out of the zone. Ball 1. Crazy. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Hunter Brown. Sweeney fouls this one off with a check swing. That one was inside. Looked like more of a defensive swing than anything. That's crazy. It was 2 outs, no runners on, and then the error from Altuve. Now here we are with the runners on second and third. 1 ball, 1 strike to Trey Sweeney. Here comes a pitch from Hunter Brown. That one's in the dirt, but blocked by Caratini, by Diaz. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hunter Brown about to deliver his next pitch here. 2-1 pitch. This one's grounded to Altuve again. Altuve fires the first. This time he gets it no problem. So he makes a slightly harder catch and an even easier throw to get the third out. So Altuve does redeem himself. Thankfully, the error doesn't turn into anything, but that was something I'm sure Altuve was sweating that out because he almost cost the Astros some runs. But Hunter Brown was able to get the ground out and get us out of the inning. So we're going to go to the bottom of the second. Astros coming up in just a moment. We'll try for their first hit. The Astros with 1 error, no runs, no hits so far. The Tigers with 1 hit, no runs, no errors. What's up in the chat? Unusual move to switch pitchers so early. Richard, I realized that Tyler Holton, the starting pitcher for the Tigers, is actually a relief pitcher. And in the very first inning, they already had guys warming up in the bullpen. And they've got like 7 guys sitting out there. So it looks to me like they're just going to be playing musical chairs with their pitchers, the Tigers. Let's see. Let's go Astros. Hunter adrenalized. Yeah, he is. I mean, the error from Altuve was a big deal, and he did give up the double, unfortunately, but that's not all on him. I would say that never would have happened. Definitely never would have happened if Altuve hadn't made that throwing error to first. I want to double check something right quick because 2 games ago I was given a not a copyright strike, but like a copyright claim on my content by MLB, saying that almost all of my video belonged to them. And I just want to double check and see if my last video did okay. If so, that means that the way I'm doing it now is better. Yep, good. The last game, no restrictions on the last game, so I'm all good. Okay, guys. Alex Bregman comes to the plate in the very first pitch. He lines it out into the left field. 1 pitch, 1 hit for Alex Bregman, the first hit of the game, and we have a leadoff runner. How do you like that? How do you like those Tigers, Thaddeus? LSU Tiger power coming through for the Astros. Alex Bregman on first base. Now, here's the funny thing. The Tigers put in a new pitcher. They didn't want Holton to face Alex Bregman, and it comes back to bite them in the butt. Brennan Hanafy is on the mound now for the Tigers. Now he's facing Yainer Diaz. And that first pitch is outside for ball 1. That's hilarious. A.J. Finch doesn't want Holton to pitch to Bregman, and Bregman gets a hit off the new guy right off the bat. I love it. Here's the pitch to Diaz. That one's in the dirt. Ball 2, 2-0. Brennan Hanafy. It might be a little difficult for me to change all these pitchers. If I can figure out who the pitcher is going to be during the inning change, maybe then it's okay. But right now it's too busy calling the game. Next pitch to Diaz is in there, but he fouls it off into the crowd on the first base side. 94 miles an hour, right in the zone. That looked like a good pitch to be straightening out. Diaz fouls it away. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Bregman on first. Here's the pitch to Diaz. Oh, are you kidding me? Way low and outside on that corner. Umpire calls it a strike. I don't know about that. Counts even, 2-2. This guy definitely has a speed that Yiner can hit, so he can do it. Here's the pitch. This is hit hard to right field, right center, and it's going to be caught. Line drive, and that's going to send Bregman back to first. Man, that was a good ride, just in the wrong spot. Brennan Hanafy. Brennan Hanafy. That brings up the Batman himself, Victor Caratini. Here's the first pitch. 96, a little high, taken for ball one. That one was about an inch or so out of the zone. Good take by Caratini. Here comes the next pitch to Caratini. Low and inside in the dirt. Ball two. Here's the next pitch. 2-ball, 1 strike, or no strike pitch now becomes 2-1 with that foul ball. Caratini swings at that low pitch and bounces it back. I think I was able to get I got his picture updated on the screen. There we go. Next pitch to Caratini's on the way. Low and inside, 95 miles an hour, fouled away again, this time down the first baseline. Count is even, 2-2. Jeremy Pena is on deck. 1 out. Alex Bregman on first. Leadoff runner, waiting for somebody to help move him around. 1 hit each for the Tigers and the Astros. Come on, Batman. Show them what you've got. Here's the 2-2 pitch. In the dirt, inside again. 90 miles an hour, full count. So the Astros still causing these pitchers to have to work to get the outs. Hanafy is up to his 1,000th pitch with this one. Or no, this was the Baker's dozen. Alex Bregman is running. He gets to second. Yes, he gets to second in time. Bregman was already on the move, and he was able to get to second just before to eliminate the double play, just before he touched the bag. Excellent play by Bregman to be heads up on the base pads. I got a camera on one of the players. He just barely gets in there and eliminates the double play, but Caratini, not the speedster, he gets thrown out at first base. That brings up Jeremy Pena, who did nothing yesterday. Let's hope that he has an opposite game today. First pitch is up and in. Ball 1. Got to move Bregman to second. Here's the next pitch to Pena. Pena fouls this one off at the plate. Count is now 1-1. 96 miles an hour on that one, looks like. $15 home runs for Pena during the regular season. Another one right here would be nice. 89 miles an hour, low and outside. Ball 2, 2-1. Pena having a little more patience today, it seems. That's good. Be patient, my son. Wait for your pitch. Here comes the next pitch to the Flash. That one's low and inside, and he swings and misses. That was not too bad of a pitch to be swinging at, but he didn't pull it like he was trying to. 2-2 with 2 outs and runner on second. Lots of twos. Here in the second. Run on second. 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's too much. That means 2 hits, right? Here comes the next pitch to Pena. Brennan is set, and here's the pitch. Outside. 3-2. 88 miles an hour. That pitch does not go back to the future. It just goes into a full count. Crowd's cheering, but not really into it yet. Only a few people standing up. Brennan Hanafy, the pitcher, steps off the mound for a moment. Now he's back on the rubber. Here comes a full count pitch to Pena. And it's in the dirt, ball 4. The Flash gets on base. Good at bat for Pena. Not swinging at that garbage. Good job, man. Thank you. Thank you, Pena, for not swinging at the El Garbaje. El Garbaje. Gomi, for those of you who don't know how to say trash or rubbish in Japanese, it's Gomi. Jason Hayward comes to the plate, his first bat of the day. 96 on the outside edge, just inside. Strike 1. Man, home run here. Come on, put the Astros up 3-0, Hayward. Carry on, my Hayward son. Here's the pitch. That's down and outside, 96 miles an hour. In the Doit. Ball 1. Carry on, my Hayward son. It's kind of a silly joke, isn't it? Here comes a pitch, the 1-1 pitch. This was hit hard down the line. The umpire says it's foul. It looked like he started to point fair, and then he said foul. Holy cow, that was smoked down the line. Crowd is really upset with that. Show us the replay there. Here it comes. Here comes a replay. Wow. This one looks like it went right over the bag. Umpire called it foul. See, he started to call it fair, and then he called it foul. Do you see that? He started to call it fair, and then he called it foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Holy cow. Holy moly. Holy guacamole. There was a timeout call. Now Hayward is back in the box. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That one's way outside. Counts even, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The crowd is a little bit more lively now than before. That's good. Here comes the pitch to Hayward. This one's hit hard to right field. It's going to get down. That one's going to be fair. No, it's right foul. It's just foul. Right in the corner. Holy cow, that was close. Hayward is playing around with some extra base hits here. Man, he's making good contact with the ball. The count remains 2-2 as he walks back to the plate and grabs his bat. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hayward comes very close to getting extra base hits in 2 back-to-back swings, or back-to-back swings rather. 2 back-to-back swings. Redundancy, baby. The crowd is finally on their feet. Here comes a pitch. It's grounded foul. That one was not as impressive, but he stays alive. "25 pitches now in this inning by Hanafy. And he has thrown every pitch in his arsenal to Hayward. And Hayward is just fouling them off and hitting them hard. Here's the next pitch. Another foul ball at the plate. He stays alive. Count remains 2-2. Come on, Hayward. Come on. Let's go, Stros. Zero zero with 2 outs. 2 strikes, 2 balls. Here comes the pitch to Hayward from strike 3. 97 miles an hour. High fastball, foul tip into the glove of the catcher. Hayward goes down after a really hard fought at bat. Hayward gets one of his hits called almost fair and then called foul by the umpire. Man, that's 2 balls down the line in 2 days that the umpires have called foul on the Astros that could have been called fair. 2, yesterday and today. One down the third baseline and this one down the first baseline. But the Astros strand 2 more runners. But because, of course, score remains all tied up at goose eggs. 0-0. The good thing is that Hunter Brown had a nice little rest. But the Tigers relief pitchers, they're having to work, though. 25 pitches per inning. Man, the Astros are not on the board yet, and they should be. Only 1 hit, too. That's really ridiculous. Let's take a look in the chat here and let's see what's going on. I don't start him. I need your favorite player to hit a home run. I put money on him. Well, I hope he hits one, too. Not necessarily for your sake, because I'm not a betting man, but I would definitely be happy to see that. Couch this afternoon. Afternoon to you. Or good morning, I guess you could say. It's 4:15 here in Japan. Bit Dog, welcome back. Kick-ass Astros, absolutely. They need to. Yeah, let's go Astros. Let's go Tigers. Thaddeus says, let's go Astros. Good job. You spelled it a little wrong, but I can read between the lines. Let's see here. Thaddeus, I wonder why you're not following like a Tigers announcer. Isn't there a Tigers announcer? If you're a Tigers fan, why don't you listen to a Tigers stream? Do they not have a good play caller? I mean, you're fine to be here. Just curious. The Astros didn't have an English play caller, and that's why I'm doing this. I started this just a couple of months ago. I didn't know if it was going to last, but it's kind of stuck. Hunter Brown's on the mound facing Jake Rogers. Here comes the first pitch, and this is grounded foul, just barely foul down third base line. Bregman scoops it up, but it's not going to be a playable ball. Strike 1. Maybe now is a good opportunity for me to get some more coffee going. Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Jake Rogers from Hunter Brown. Just a little outside by a few inches. Ball 1. Counts even. I'm interested to see if the Tigers have already made a pitching change. They probably have. That next pitch is 98 right in the zone. Couldn't have been more perfect. Strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hot water. This one's grounded foul. Good pitch on the outside edge, but foul down the third baseline. I'm surprised he pulled that ball. Maybe it's because it was only 91 miles an hour. If it had been 98, there's no way he would have pulled that one on the outside edge. Rogers takes a quick timeout, walks around, rethinks his life. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs in the top of the third, no one on. Here's the pitch from Hunter Brown. This one's hit hard to left field, but not hard enough. Pena gets out there and catches it for out number 1. It wasn't as hard hit as I thought. Stayed up long enough for Pena to put it away for out number 1. And as the chicken said, excellent. Have you guys ever heard of Mr. Burns, the chicken? The chicken, Mr. Burns? Excellent. 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 First pitch to Parker Meadows is right there in the bottom of the zone in the outside corner. Strike 1. Next pitch is a little high, about a foot high. Ball 1. Counts even, 1-1. Hunter Brown quickly coming with these pitches right now, but he takes a break off the mound for a second, gathers himself, and here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 96. A couple inches above the zone. Good pitch. Same kind of pitch that struck out Hayward. High fastball. Man. Here comes the pitch, 1-2. Low and outside. The count is even, 2-2. Parker Meadows at the plate. Looks like Hunter Brown's going to get him right here, I think. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3, 94, up out of the zone. Hunter Brown gets himself another strikeout. How you like that? Boom. Man, Hunter Brown, seriously though, he has just become a scary pitcher. He's got so much ahead of him, doesn't he? To see where he's come since last year, and even from the beginning of this year, he had so much put on him so fast, and he just worked through it. So proud of him. 84 miles an hour to Kerry Carpenter, and it drops. He swings and misses. Good pitch. Strike 1. 2 outs, no runners on. Long delay by Brown. Finally, here comes the wind-up in the pitch. Just a little outside, maybe a good 8 inches or so. Ball 1. The count is even Steven at 1-1. Here comes the pitch. 96 miles an hour on that lower outside corner. Strike 2. Uno ball. Dos strikes. Here comes a pitch from Brown. Strike 3. He gets a swing and a miss. Diaz is going to have to pick up the ball and throw it to first, and he does, no problem. And that's it. Out number 3 with another strikeout for Hunter Brown. Astros get out of the inning. And that's it. We're through 3 with 1 hit for the Tigers, no runs. 1 hit for the Astros, no runs. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. Do it for the Astros. Their powerhouse batting 9th in the lineup, Chas McCormick. Chas McCormick, despite being the powerhouse batter of this entire lineup, is batting 9th. For those of you who know Chas McCormick, you can understand the joke. For those of you who don't, you can be confused. Let's see what's going on in the Chizat. I told you yesterday I like your methodical way of announcing, not too much drama, and your blunt. But now, no, you don't have to go. I'm just saying. Like I said, I don't mind you being here. I was just curious. But if you prefer my style over the Tigers announcers, that's cool. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. You're actually, I mean, I understand that you're a Tigers fan, but you're not being antagonistic, so you're welcome to stay. By the way, if I don't respond to the comments in the chat for a while, guys, it's because I'm focused on calling the game, and I have 2 different screens. So when I'm looking at the game, I don't have my chat screen up at the same time. I have to go back and forth. I do that because I'm trying to focus mainly on calling the game, but during breaks like right now, I do my best to look at the live chat in between innings and stuff. Let's see who the Tigers have up. Is Hannafy still on the mound? It looks like Hannafy's still going to be on the mound for the Tigers. McCormick, Altuve, and Tucker are due up. Yeah, it seems that Brennan Hannafy is going to stay in the game. He's at 26 pitches. I wonder how long he's going to stay in. Let's see here. I appreciate you guys liking the video. Got about 14 listening in and 17 likes, so that's nice. First pitch comes in from Hannafy to Chas McCormick for a strike. That one was right on the inside edge. Come on, McCormick. It's the postseason. We need you to do something, man. Who cares about the season? Chas sucked this season terribly. He got down to less than 190 in his batting average. I predicted that he would be under 200, and he went all the way down to less than 190. That's ball 1. 1-1. Here's the pitch. Chaz grounds it to shortstop. It looks like it should be an easy play, and it is. And Chaz goes down on an easy ground out. But at least he got the bat on the ball. He didn't strike out. So good for you, Chaz. One step at a time, baby steps. Can't hit a home run every single time. You know, you went from strikeout to ground out. Now maybe you can fly out. And then after that, you can get a hit. And then after that, you can get a home run. Maybe a grand slam. That brings up my hero, Jose Altuve. First pitch to him is ripped out into right field, but foul. Altuve going after the first pitch again, per the usual. Yesterday, I think he did that 3 times. The first 3 at-bats, he went after the first pitch. One of those he ripped out to left field, not too far from the fence. Here's the next pitch. That one's outside. 88 miles an hour. And it goes back to the ball 1. 1-1. Come on, laser focus, Altuve. Laser focus. We need you, buddy. Here's the pitch. He loses his helmet as he fouls this one off. An inside pitch. Bounced to the dugout. One ball, 2 strikes with 1 out, no runners on. Jose Altuve, number 27 at the plate. Here's the pitch. Low and inside, 94 miles an hour. The count is even, 2-2. Altuve ripped one down the line, his first at bat. It was a good play by the third baseman. It just barely beat him at first. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 on the outside corner, low and away. Can't argue with that too much. It was too close. Can't take a pitch like that. And they're going to pull Hannafy out, so they let Hannafy pitch to Altuve. So they're not going to let Hannafy face Tucker. We got another pitching change for the Tigers coming right in the middle of the inning. So they face the right-handed batters, Chas McCormick and Jose Altuve. But Kyle Tucker and Jordan are due up next, and they're not going to let the right-handed pitcher face them. But to be honest, I don't think it matters too much whether a left-hander or a right-hander pitches to these guys. What kind of a name is this? Brant Hurter. H-U-R-T, like hurt. He's a herder? So is he going to hit the batters? Is that what it is? It's funny. Brant Hurter. Man, I've never seen the family name Herder. Does this guy beat his wife? Does he abuse his family? I'm sorry. It's just a funny name. Brant Hurter. Very interesting. At least it's pronounceable. Sometimes these names are so strange that I don't know how to pronounce them. There we go. Got it updated on the screen. It's nice when I find out who the pitcher is before the inning starts and I have time to change the picture. The pitcher picture. At this level, righty-lefty shouldn't matter. I agree. I mean, you think about it. These batters, they spend their whole lives playing baseball, right? Facing lefties and righties. To me, it never mattered. It absolutely never mattered. To me, a pitcher was a pitcher. I didn't care about that. I just noted the differences in where the ball was coming and learned to recognize it. So I think at a pro level, you should just be able to hit. I mean, Jordan proves that. So does Tucker, but especially Jordan. First pitch is outside for ball 1. 1-0 to Kyle Tucker with 2 outs, no runners on here in the bottom of the third. 93 just low and away. Herder missing the corner with that pitch. 20 home runs and 10 stolen bases with fewer than 80 games played. Oh, first player in history to do that. That's interesting. Way outside, it looks like Herder doesn't even want to pitch to Tucker. Why bring in another pitcher if you just want him to throw balls? It's 3-0. It'd be nice to have Tucker on base with Jordan up to bat. That was right in the zone, though. 95 miles an hour. I think Tucker could have ripped on that one if he'd wanted to. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Herder. Way outside and low. 5-pitch walk. Other than that 3-0 pitch, it didn't look like he was interested in throwing in the zone. And now he's going to face Jordan Alvarez. Alvarez needs to make A.J. Finch pay for this change in pitchers. Make him pay. Make him regret his decision. First pitch to Jordan is on the way. This one's hit. It's a trickler down to the shortstop, or second baseman rather. Broken bat. That was a big crack sound. So Jordan grounds out on a broken bat. So the Tigers get lucky as Jordan destroys his bat, and they get out of the inning. So that's going to be it. The equipment failure costs the Astros an opportunity to get some runs with Jordan at the plate. As a result, we go into the top of the 4th, still goose eggs. All zeros. Hunter Brown doing his job so far. The Astros stranding runners and not moving people around, not getting on base very well. Breaking their bats. Breaking our hearts. Does the 3-batter rule apply in the playoffs also? 3-batter rule? I would imagine that rule doesn't change. I don't know why they would change that. Yeah, if it's not an illness or injury, then they have to, I think. I don't know why they would change that. I never thought about that, but I don't know why they would allow that rule to disappear during the playoffs. So my guess is yes, Samsara. I would guess yes, it applies, because I can't imagine. It's an MLB rule. So I don't know why they would change that rule during the playoffs. Hunter Brown is back on the mound. They're having a little chit-chat with Joe Espada, ESPN is. Matt Vierling is at the plate in just a moment to face Hunter Brown again. First pitch from Hunter Brown is on the way. That one's a little low and outside, 91. Cutter. Ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Right in there, 96 in the bottom of the zone. Strike 1. Astros can't be letting Brown down. They need to be doing something. Here's the next pitch. 1-1. Fouled off to the right side. 95 on the inside corner. Fouled opposite field by Vierling. Strike 2. Crowd is not cheering at all. It's like they need an audio prompt to know it's 2 strikes. Here comes the next pitch from Brown. Ooh, just barely misses that lower outside corner. 91 miles an hour. Look at that pitch. Ooh, that was close. The count's even, 2-2. Tough take there by Vierling. Here comes the next pitch. Strike 3. Swing and a foul tip caught by Diaz. Hunter Brown picks up another strikeout. Heck yes. That will be the 6th strikeout for Hunter Brown for this game. Brings up Riley Green to the plate. First pitch to him is in the dirt, low and inside. Hunter Brown takes a moment to adjust the dirt on the mound. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the next pitch from Brown. A little low, but the umpire liked it. Strike 1. Count is 1-1. One ball, one strike. Here's the pitch to Green. High and inside. Ball 2. That would have been a really good pitch if it had been a few inches over to the right. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch. That one was what I was talking about. 97 high in the zone. Swing and a miss by Green. That was exactly what I was thinking he should have done on that last pitch. He was probably trying to, just missed it by a little bit. Next pitch. Curveball. It's hit into center field. Chaz is on the run and gets it at the track. Good catch by McCormick to get the 2nd out. He had to cover a lot of ground to get over there. That ball was hit all the way to the warning track in left center rather. That was a good play by McCormick. He's going to have to make those plays. If he's not going to hit the ball, he's got to at least play some defense, right? Just like Jake Myers, if he can't hit the ball, got to be a great center fielder. 2 outs. First pitch to Colt Keith is high for ball 1. Here comes the next pitch, 1-0 pitch. That one's inside by several inches. Ball 2. Two balls, no strikes to Colt Keith. 2 outs, no runners on. Swing and a miss, 96 right in the zone. Good pitch by Brown. Two balls, 1 strike. Here's the delivery from Brown. On the outside edge, 96 miles an hour. Fouled off into the crowd for strike 2. The count is even. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Hunter Brown wants to change the ball. He doesn't like the feel of that one. He tosses it in, gets another one. Here comes the pitch. 93 right in the zone. Fouled off again on the third base side. Count remains 2-2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Hunter Brown. Ooh, check swing on the outside. That's going to be a full count, guys. Almost got him to go. Here comes a full count pitch. I don't remember the last full count from Brown in this game. That one's hit to short. Pena's got it. Fires over to first. Caratini has to really stretch for that one, but he's able to get it. Man, Pena and Altuve really making Caratini reach for those catches, but luckily that one was able to be grabbed by Caratini for the 3rd out. Man, that was close. That'll be it for the Tigers in the top of the 4th. No more hits for them. And still 0 goose eggs. Do it for the Astros in the bottom of the 4th. Alex Bregman who has the Astros' only hit so far. His first at bat, very first pitch, he drove into left field for a single. He'll be followed by Yainer Diaz and Victor Caratini. Anything going on in the chat? It would change the roster construction unlike the man for man. Yeah. It would change the way that the managers do the lineup, I'm sure. But I just don't see why they would change the rule for the playoffs, If it's like that all season long, it doesn't make sense to me why they would change it. I mean, there might be a reason, but I just can't think of it. Maybe you can give me a reason why. It's just one of those rules that I don't ever think about. It is what it is, It's kind of like saying that, like the engagement rule. The pitcher can disengage twice. If he does again and the runner isn't stealing, then it's a balk, right? They send him to second or third or whatever. I don't know why they would change that one for the playoffs. It's kind of the way I feel about the 3-hitter rule. The Astros really need to be putting some points on the board. I mean, with the way Hunter Brown is pitching so far, which is not surprising, it doesn't seem like the Astros would need a lot to win. And yet they still haven't put a single run on the board. Man, the bullpen for the Tigers, it looks like a party out there. They're talking to Finch right now about their... Look at all these guys out there. That's crazy. New pitcher. Is that right? No, it's Herter. Herter's still on the mound. Oh, that's right. He's got a pitch. First pitch is a ball to Bregman. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Strike. I guess I should look at the screen. That one is a ball. That one's way outside. 1-1 is the count. I was trying to look at some information on the screen. I didn't see that first pitch as a strike, but we are 1-1 against Alex Bregman. Bregman rips that one foul down the first baseline. That looked like another possible line drive hit, but it went foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bregman. Herter about to deliver his 11th pitch. Way high, man. That was barely caught by the catcher. Ball 2. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off. Man, that knocked a piece off. Knocked something off somebody. Look at this. You can see it over here. Something came off. Right in the middle of the plate, fouled off, and something came off somebody. Looks like they finally figured out a piece was missing. It was the pitch communicator. See it right here? Yep, see that? Right over there. Ball 3. Full count, guys. Bregman has worked the count full. Here comes the full count pitch. The crowd cheering a little bit. And fouled back. 94 right in the zone. Bregman not allowing those pitches in the zone to get by. We're going to have another full count pitch. Here comes the pitch. Hit hard to right field, our center field, all the way back to the warning track. Despite giving it a good ride, center fielder is able to take it in right at the wall. Good ride by Bregman, but because he didn't pull it, it was playable. If he had pulled that ball, it would have been in the Crawford boxes for sure. Pretty deep. Bregman striking the ball really hard, but once again, there's a player there. So out number 1. Yainer Diaz comes to the plate. Here comes a pitch. That one's low and inside, ball 1. This is definitely a guy that Diaz can hit. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Here comes a pitch. Outside and high. Ball 2. Why not walk him? Put him on. Bring up Caratini. Give us a chance to score some runs. Here comes the 2-0 pitch to Diaz. High fastball fouled away down the first baseline and into the crowd. First base side, rather, not the line. Womp womp. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch to Diaz. He hits this on the right field. That one's going to be in the gap. It's going to be down for a single. He rounds first base and holds up there. Good hit by Diaz. Opposite field. Excellent strike by Diaz there. The second hit for the Astros this game. Now we have something cooking. That's going to bring up Victor Caratini, the Batman himself, with a runner on first, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Caratini. Oh, he gets hit right on the leg. Very first pitch, 94 miles an hour. Holy cow, the crowd boos. Man. So Herder lives up to his name. I made the joke earlier, guys, and I'm sorry, but it comes to pass. I said, what does Herder do? Just hit the batters? And he does. He hits a batter. So he's living up to his name. He's a Herder. Yeah, it looks like that's going to be it for him, too. That's right off of Caratini's leg. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Pitching coach is going to come out and have a little chit-chat with Mr. Herder. You can imagine what he's saying right here. If you can't read lips, if you can't understand what the pitching coach is saying, I can let you know. He's saying, hey, listen, I know your name is Herder. I know that your thing is hitting batters. I get it. But, this is the playoffs, so can you probably try to lay off a little bit? Just try to pitch the game, Okay, I got it, coach. I got it. Okay, let's go. So, meeting adjourned. Jeremy Pena. Pena comes to the plate, looking for his first hit. Now would be the perfect time. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Here's the pitch to Pena. Low and inside. Ball 1. Good take by Pena. Tigers continue to have pitchers going in the bullpen. Here comes a 1-0 pitch to Pena. Little high and outside. Ball 2. 2-0. Another good take by Pena. One walk today, looking for his first hit. Here's the 2-0 pitch. 93 right in the upper part of the zone. Strike 1. Man, could have been a hit right there. Come on, Pena. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Pena hits it to short. It looks like it's going to be a double play ball, and they get it no problem. Pena grounds into a double play, and that's it. He strands 2 base runners. And that's all she wrote for the Astros in the 4th inning. Once again, the Astros just big disappointment with the bats. 2 hits in total for the Astros now, but no runs. And we're going to go into the top of the 5th, still scoreless. And this is, I have to say that this is an absolutely pathetic performance from the plate by the Astros. And if they're going to continue to hit like this, or not hit rather, and strand runners, then watching another postseason game might be for the best, because they could get destroyed if they keep playing like this. If they manage to win, they're going to have to really turn this around. Otherwise, they're just going to get destroyed. They can't be this inconsistent. Hunter Brown will be back up on the mound for the Astros in just a moment. We've got a short break. And I'm going to take these base runners off because, of course, I have to. So one thing that you don't get to see if you're not watching the games consistently, then you don't get to see a lot of the things that the Astros do well and don't do well. And one of those things that I noticed as I started calling the games is how they strand so many runners. The Astros get a lot of hits, and their batting average overall is pretty good, and so they're doing a pretty good job of getting guys on base, but they're doing one of the worst jobs in the entire major leagues. I think they're in the bottom 3 for stranding runners on base. And that isn't that weird that they can be so high in batting average and yet so low in scoring runners? It's a terrible combination. If they were high in scoring runners but low in batting average, it would mean that they're just hitting the ball well when they really, really need to, or they're hitting home runs. But the Astros are not a home run hitting team. I mean, they've got a couple of guys who can, but overall they're not a home run hitting team. And the bottom of the batting order is pretty abysmal. But what doesn't make any sense is how they're just getting so many guys on base and just stranding the mess out of them. If Castaway were a team, it would be the Astros. Stranding people on base. Here comes the first pitch to Torkelson from Hunter Brown to start the 5th inning, and that will be a ball. Low and outside. Here comes the next pitch. High and outside, ball 2. Man, it's starting to get a little warm in here. The temperature outside is much nicer because we've got some wind and rain coming in, so the temperature has dropped. That's in there for a strike. 88 miles an hour in the just inside the outside edge. 2 balls and 1 strike. I think we've got a couple of typhoons that might be coming into Japan very soon. We'll see. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, a foul tip caught by Diaz. Strike 2. That was in the same spot as that last pitch. The count is even, 2-2. Here comes the next pitch from Brown. Fouled back, 96 miles an hour. Almost got him. Probably would have gotten him if that had been just a couple more inches up. This entire game is a 3-hit game so far in total. Pretty crazy. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch from Brown. Swing and a miss, got him. 96 miles an hour, a few inches above the zone. He couldn't resist. And another strikeout for Brown. Yeah, they're showing highlights of that play against Altuve. Got really lucky on that play to get him. First pitch to McKinstry is a ball, outside, way outside. 1-0 with 1 out. Here comes the pitch. McKinstry swings at that one and misses. 87 in the bottom of the zone. 1-1 is the count. One and one. Here comes the pitch from Brown. This one's tapped to Altuve. Backhands it and fires the first. Good play. Nice, solid play by Altuve. That was a much harder play. That was a much harder play than the error that he made earlier on that easy throw to first. That was literally a throw that I could have made. I used to play second, and it was the most routine throw to first. He didn't have to be in a rush. It's not far away. It's very difficult to make a bad throw, and yet he did. Almost cost the Astros, but luckily they got out of it. First pitch here is a ball. Boop. A little low. 1-0 the count to Trey Sweeney. 89 miles an hour on that next pitch, a few inches below the zone. Ball one. I'm sorry, ball two. Where am I? 2-0 is the count. Here comes a pitch from Brown. Oh, just outside. He barely misses that edge, and that's ball three. 77 pitches now for Hunter Brown, and a 3-0 count with 2 outs against Sweeney. That one's in there. 96 miles an hour on the outside edge. Strike one. Let's see if he gets him swinging here. Trey Sweeney. Here it comes. That one's way down, ball four. Not even competitive on that pitch. So Brown walks a runner. We're going to have a base runner with 2 outs. Well, at least it wasn't Altuve or an error. Just some less than stellar placement by Hunter Brown, and he gets a new ball, but he wants to change it and doesn't like it. Here comes the first pitch to Jake Rogers. Ooh, that one was on the upper outside corner, but despite being a couple inches out of the zone, the umpire liked it, so strike one. 0-1 is the count. Here comes a pitch to Rogers. Oh, that was in the same spot, maybe even a little better. 97 miles an hour, but called a ball. This umpire is being a little inconsistent right now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes a pitch. Nice. 82 curveball right in the top of the zone. Strike two. Good pitch. That was a nice looking pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first. Here's the pitch to Rogers. In the dirt. Runner goes to second. And the throw is off of the runner. It looks like it hit the ground there. Hit his foot or something. The throw is too low by Diaz. Runner gets the base, so Sweeney steals second. Yeah. Yeah, that was a bad throw. You can see right here. That ball had to be dove at basically by Altuve. He had to go back over to his left to try to get it. It went under his glove and it hit the runner. So Sweeney gets a stolen base. They have a little meeting on the mound. Quick little meeting. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner on second. Lots of twos again. Here's the pitch from Brown. Swing and a miss. He gets the strikeout, and a big jump from Hunter Brown. Very excited to get that strikeout. Look at his excitement here. Heck yes. So the Tigers strand a runner, thankfully. Big strikeout. Ends the inning. We are going to go into the bottom of the 5th. Astros with another chance to finally put some runs on the board. Who's due up for the Astros? Are they going to be facing a new pitcher? Possibly. Possibly. Maybe Hayward is due up? Yeah, I think it could be Hayward. Let's see if the Tigers are going to be changing their pitcher again. As of right now, Herder is still listed as the pitcher, so we'll see if that changes. As of right now, I don't see a change, but I'll have to wait until we get back from commercial break. Anything going on in the chat? Get him home and get those bats going. Yes, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. Richard says, I smell runs. I do too, but I wonder when they're coming. 30 people listening in right now, watching. That's the most I've had between yesterday's game and this one. I was surprised. I really thought that the wild card game and the playoff games would be much higher. But for some reason, they've been quite low. But today is much higher than yesterday. So I appreciate you all being here. We're currently in between innings. As you can see, commercial break. I am broadcasting from Onomichi, a small town, a scenic small town in Hiroshima. Hiroshima Prefecture. For those of you who don't know that, Hiroshima is not just a city, it's an entire prefecture. So Hiroshima City is the capital city of the prefecture. The prefecture is actually quite large, and there are many cities there. But I live in a small town that's well known in Japan called Onomichi. They have ramen here that is very well known. So if you ever have a chance to visit Japan, if you like biking, they've got a place here with bridges that connect several islands called the Shimanami Kaido. You can go biking, have awesome ramen, some great shopping. It's a fun place. Nice, relaxing, quiet place. Dubon is pinch hitting for Hayward, guys. That's interesting. First pitch is taken for strike one. It's curious. I wonder why. Maybe it's because of the pitcher. Dubon hits it down, and it pays off. He gets a base hit. He hits it between the third and shortstop, third baseman and shortstop. Leadoff hit by Dubon. Heck yes. So the decision to bring in Dubon for Jason Hayward, it pays off for the Astros with that base hit right through the gap. Good strike by Dubon. Good, solid hit. That bodes well. Chas McCormick, guys, comes to the plate. Come on, McCormick. Please be the hero. For your sake, be the hero, man. First pitch is fouled off. 93 up in the zone. I mean, how awesome would it be for McCormick coming off the worst career season of his worst career season, period. Okay? To come through with a big hit here would be awesome. Check swing, did he go? And they say he did not. Ball one. That was kind of a delayed reaction there by the catcher and the umpire to ask first base if he went around. But 1-1 strike. McCormick calls timeout. Takes a step out of the box there. Dubon on first base here in the bottom of the fifth. Herder still on the mound. 1-1 strike to Chas McCormick. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 83 in the bottom of the zone, or just below the bottom of the zone. 1-2 strikes. McCormick grounded out his last at bat. I'm looking for him to upgrade now. Maybe a line drive would be a nice upgrade. Line drive hit. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And that is a line drive, but it's another ground out. Could have been a double play, but the okay, so the out is made at second base, but he drops the ball. He's not able to get to first. So no double play. Yeah, the Astros are thinking about challenging that if it was an actual catch and out at second. Yeah, they take a look at it right here to see if he bobbled it whenever he caught it. But he already had his foot off the base, so Dubon is out at second. One out, no double play. And Altuve's coming to the plate with the runner on first. They are bringing Herder out of the game. That's going to be it for him. Altuve with a chance to do something here. Chas McCormick with the fielder's choice is on first base. Let's see who the Tigers are bringing into the game. I'll try to figure that out and update that right quick. Let's see. Brisky. Bo Brisky is coming in. I've already got his picture in my folder, so I can change that out pretty quick. Brisky. Brisky. There we go. Anything going on in the chat? Nothing new. Got about 23 people following. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you sticking around. 21 likes, that's pretty good. My goal for the stream right now at this size channel is 20. So I reached the correct number for my minimal. Thanks for liking the video. We're on a break right now as there's a pitching change. You can see that there's a commercial break going on at the moment. Astros and Tigers are tied with goose eggs. The Astros do have 3 hits on the board, including one this inning from Dubon, a leadoff single. But after a fielder's choice ground out or grounder from Chas McCormick, he replaces Dubon at first base. The Tigers get the out at second, but due to a dropped ball by the second baseman, Altuve comes to the plate with a runner still on. Brisky's on the mound. Here's the first pitch to Altuve, and he goes after it and hits it out to center field. That's going to be a fly out, and it's taken in by Meadows. So he gives it a drive, but unfortunately, just like Bregman, he's not able to pull it, and because of that, it's an easy out. Man, if he had pulled that ball, good grief. He and Bregman both, if they had pulled it, it would have been gone. That was one of the things that I was kind of annoyed about yesterday. There was a channel that I watched sometimes. They were complaining about Altuve swinging at the first pitch, but you're talking about who he is. He's done that for years, and so they enjoy it when it works, but when it doesn't, they complain. They just need to be quiet. Just don't say anything. 2 away, Kyle Tucker comes to the plate. A little check over at first base. Chas McCormick is back. Here's the first pitch to Tucker. Low and outside, ball 1. 89 miles an hour there. Tucker's 0 for 1 today. Let's see if he can make something happen. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the outside edge. 89 miles an hour. 1-1 is the count. Man, we need to see a home run from Tucker. Or an extra base hit. Drive in a run, man. We need some RBIs. You guys got to hit. You guys got to hit. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And on the outside edge, 98 miles an hour. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Chas camping out over there on first, waiting for Tucker to get a big hit. Kyle Tucker, you are a star. Be a star right now. Here's the pitch. Runner's going. Chas McCormick is trying to steal second. Does he get in there? He's in there. McCormick steals second, guys. Now we have a runner in scoring position for Kyle Tucker. He just barely gets in there. Good steal by McCormick. So that's good. McCormick trying to make up for his inability to hit the ball. Man, that was a good steal. Two count on Tucker. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3. Taken for strike 3. Kyle Tucker goes down looking. But, man, I have nothing to say. Nothing to say about that. Hunter Brown is at 83 pitches. He's due up in the next inning. If he has a short inning, then we could see him again in the 7th. But I am done with the first 5 innings of this game. Other than Hunter Brown, there hasn't been anything particularly good to take away from this game. The Astros have 3 hits, and they continue to strand the only base runners they get. They don't have a single run. The Astros have more errors than they do runs right now. 1 error, no runs. Tigers have, thankfully, just 1 hit and no runs. But they're somehow holding it together a little bit better than I thought they were going to against the Astros. I mean, think about it. We're playing the Tigers, an inexperienced team who struggled early for most of the season. At home in Minute Maid Park, and we are going into the 6th inning, with no runs on the board and only 3 hits. They just can't play like this against a team like the Tigers. They have to do better. If the Astros manage to get this out of their system, if they have a bad series but they still win, then they better get it out of their systems, because they definitely can't go to the World Series playing like this. The pitching has been good. Even though Fromber had a breakdown yesterday, they still only gave up 3 runs the entire game. They were only able to muster 1 run in the 9th inning. They left bases loaded. They had an opportunity to get back into the game or walk it off, and they couldn't even do that. They couldn't even tie it up. Here's the first pitch to Parker Meadows from Hunter Brown, and that's fouled straight up. That'd be strike 1. Oh and 1 is the count to Meadows. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. This one's hit really hard to right field. That might be gone. And it is. Home run off the foul pole in right field. That was crushed. So Tigers up 1-0. Hunter Brown gives up a home run on the 2nd pitch of the 2nd inning, or the 6th inning rather. So the Tigers strike first with only 2 hits. They're up 1-0. That might be all it takes if the Astros keep hitting like this. Parker Meadows. The leadoff batter for the Tigers with a high fastball. Here comes the next pitch facing Kerry Carpenter now. That's a swing and foul ball at the plate for strike 1. That was kind of a no-doubter off of Hunter Brown. 0-1 is the count against Carpenter. Here comes the pitch. That's bounced to Altuve. He's going to have to hurry and get it to first. He gets there, and that'll be out number 1. Good play by Altuve. Slow tapper. So Altuve making the difficult plays. I don't want to see that home run again. Here comes the first pitch to Matt Vierling with 1 out. Low and inside, but that's in the corner for strike 1. 97 miles an hour. Good pitch by Brown. So Hunter Brown is the first to bend. The Astros bats have all but broken. And in some cases they have broken. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2 is the count against Vierling. Here comes the pitch from Brown. High fastball, 98. Somehow he got a piece of that, fouled it off. Count remains 0-2. How did he get that one? 0-2. Here comes the pitch. Another high fastball fouled off. 0-2 again. Long delay by Brown. Here comes the pitch. In the dirt. Ball 1. 91 miles an hour. Change up. Low and outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, no runners on. Tigers up 1-0 with a solo home run. Here's the pitch to Vierling. Right in there, strike 3. Got him looking. 95 miles an hour, just inside the outside edge. With that 1 run, they're saying that the Tigers now have a 60% chance of winning, 59% chance. Here comes the next pitch. First pitch to Riley Green. 94, a little high. Ball 1. 2 outs, no runners on. .95 pitches now from Brown. 96 miles an hour. 96 on his 96th pitch. But that one's just outside, ball 2. Here comes the pitch. 95 on the outside corner, fouled back, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's going to be a really disappointing season to see the Astros come back if they can't score any runs this game. Way high. That was a good 2 feet out of the zone. Ball 3, 3-1. Can you imagine? The Astros have such a terrible start to the season. Lots of injuries, just getting beat up, get way down. They come back, they start tearing it up, become one of the best teams in baseball, and now they're at risk of being eliminated by the Tigers in a wild card series. Game 2 at home. Strike 2 delivered by Hunter Brown. The count is full. 2 outs, 3 balls, 2 strikes against Riley Green. Here comes the pitch from Hunter Brown. Just outside, ball 4. He missed by about 2 inches. And I think that's going to be it. Espada comes out of the dugout. 99 pitches for Hunter Brown, and he's not going to make a 100th pitch. Brian Abreu is going to be coming in. Hunter Brown is going to have a little discussion with Espada. He doesn't look like he's happy about coming out. But that's going to be it. He did a pretty good job. He has a little chat with his teammates. He says, "Let's go." I mean, he has to be a little annoyed that they haven't put any runs on the board for him. 1 earned run so far for Hunter Brown this game. The crowd cheers and gives him a hand. He did everything that he could do, but his teammates are letting him down by not scoring freaking runs. Right now, the Astros could be ahead with just 2 runs. Hunter Brown in the dugout. Abreu approaching the mound now to take some warm-up tosses. And we're going to have a short little break while he warms up. Anything going on in the chat? A few comments. The Lion, please God, let these men see the ball and hit it a lot. Yes! Let the Astros just lock it in these last few innings. Not these guys. Yes, not the Tigers, but the Astros. Tender Father, this might be good games here. Who knows? Doesn't Houston have a long streak of losing at home in the postseason? Well, last year they had a long streak, a season-long streak of losing at home. They just had a big issue last year, and they broke that this year. They did a good job of winning at home, so they turned it around. I felt more comfortable with them being at home, and they have let me down. Looks like Abreu is now ready to go. 2 hits for the Tigers, 1 run. 3 hits for the Astros, no runs. It's the top of the 6th. There's one runner on base. And Keith is up to bat for the Tigers. Brian Abreu about to deliver his first pitch of the inning. And that's a ball. 1-0. Little high there. Here comes the next pitch. That one is just high and outside. Ball 2. 2-0. Colt Keith at the plate with 2 outs. Runner on first. He bounces this one down the first baseline. 87 inside. Strike 1. A quick out here and maybe another inning from Abreu. Might be. Here comes the pitch. Maybe not so quick. That's a foot outside the zone. Ball 3. 3-1. Looking like Brown might have done better to stay in and go for this batter. Who knows? I know it's because he's lefty that they brought Abreu in, but still, I mean, right-hander for right-hander. That's going to be a walk, guys. Not even a competitive pitch there from Abreu. Too far inside, and we now have 2 base runners on with 2 outs. Spencer Torkelson comes to the plate, the 6th batter in the lineup for the Tigers. Here's the first pitch from Abreu. Oh, that was weird. The angle they just showed, he was already pitching, but now it's going back to another angle. He's just now pitching. 97 on the outside edge, fouled away by Torkelson. Strike 1. Two runners on, 2 outs. Top of the 6th. The damage has been done by the Tigers. 1-run solo shot. Abreu trying to get us out of the inning. 98 high and outside, ball 1. The count is even. A few inches over to the right would have been a perfect placement there. Here's the next pitch from Abreu. Good one. 86-mile-an-hour curveball. No, that was a slider. Beautiful pitch. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Torkelson takes a timeout. Now he's back in the box. 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Here comes the pitch from Abreu. 99 miles an hour, just missed the outside edge. Ball 2. The crowd boos, but that's just stupid because that was a ball. It was not in the strike zone. Crowd did that yesterday too. They're wanting that out so bad, that strikeout, that they're booing even when it's out of the zone. That is a strikeout. 87 in the top of the zone. Foul tip caught by Diaz. Abreu does it. He gets the strikeout. Can't complain about that. So Abreu does get us out of the inning after the walk. However, the Astros, unfortunately, or Hunter Brown rather, gives up the home run, gives up the long ball solo shot, and the Astros are down 1-0. We're going into the bottom of the 6th, guys. 4 more innings of ball to go. 4 more chances for the Astros to put some points on the board. Yordan Alvarez is due up to lead it off. He's over 2 today. His last at bat was a broken bat ground out to the second baseman with a runner on base. Alex Bregman is on deck and Yainer Diaz in the hole. Bregman and Diaz have 2 of the 3 Astros hits today. So they are putting out some effort. Sweet Richard says we'll still win. That's the thing, we should win. And by we, I mean the Astros. Sometimes I joke with people and they say, we won the game. And I say, we? You didn't do anything, you just watched it. Well, I mean us, the Astros and the fans. Yeah, I just like joking around about it. It's funny. It's just funny language when you think about it. We won. Well, I guess so. Let's see here. 29 watching right now. Thanks so much for being here. If you haven't liked the video, I'd appreciate you doing so. That would be awesome. I don't think that it'll get to 30 likes today, but it might. Who knows? If it does, that'd be great. If you can get me there, I'd appreciate it. We're almost back from a commercial break. And we are back. Yordan Alvarez is at the plate. He's going to be facing Beau Brieske, who appears to still be in the game for the Tigers. Not surprising. But he's a righty. Make him pay, Yordan. Here's the first pitch, low and inside. Ball 1. He's probably not going to throw into the zone on Yordan here. Yordan, if he doesn't get a pitch to swing at, he might be getting a walk. We'll see. 35 home runs for the season. 96, a few inches on the outside. Ball 2. Here comes a 2-0 pitch. Low and inside again. Ball 3. They might go ahead and walk him. They're going to walk him. This is usually what happens to Yordan when he gets 3 balls. They just go ahead and walk him. Let's see what he does here. Here's the pitch from Brieske. Way high. 4-pitch walk. I was right. I was completely right. I called that. That if he actually pitches to Yordan, he's not going to be throwing it where he can hit it. He's probably going to walk him, and he does. We have a leadoff runner on first, and that brings up Yainer Diaz to the plate. Oh, I'm sorry, Alex Bregman, my bad. I'm getting ahead of myself here. Alex Bregman comes to the plate. First pitch to him is on the way. 86 miles an hour on the outside corner, or outside edge, but just too far out. Ball 1. MLB now having some kind of issues with their broadcast. The broadcast blanked out there for a second, but the count is 1-0 against Bregman. Here's the pitch. Bregman hits it to left field. Is it going to be down? No, it's going to carry. The left fielder is able to grab it. Nice drive by Bregman there. I didn't mean to leave the preview up for so long. Line drive out. Man, nice drive by Bregman, but Yordan has to stay on first. Yainer Diaz now comes to the plate. Now comes to the plate for the Astros. 1 out, Yordan on first in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the first pitch to Diaz. Swing and a miss. That ball was almost in the dirt. Not surprising to see that. There seems to be a continual broadcast problem as the screen blanks out again. Don't know what's going on. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Grounded to third. It's going to be probably a double play, and it is. Yainer Diaz grounds into a double play, and that's it for the Astros in the 6th. So despite a leadoff walk from Yordan Alvarez, the Astros once again blow it. Nothing doing for the Astros in the 6th. Let's hope that the Astros do what they usually do between the 7th and the 8th and actually score runs. Well, they didn't do it yesterday. But statistically speaking, the Astros do score more runs from the 7th, 8th, and 9th, from the 7th on. Oh, man. This Astros team this year has been so difficult to watch. So difficult to watch. Let's see if the Astros are going to keep Brian Abreu on the mound. or if they're going to have a pitching change. We'll see. As of right now, it seems that Abreu is still going to be in the game for the Astros. If for some reason that changes, I will let you know. Commercial break still going right now. They're showing NFL commercials right now. NFL, something I stopped watching many years ago after the Oilers left Houston. I lost interest. The NFL has made it very clear that they are a controlled entertainment league. So for those of you who think that it's not, I feel sorry for you. I won't elaborate. Zach McKinstry comes to the plate, and Abreu indeed will be still in the game for the Astros. Here comes the next pitch from Abreu, or the first one rather. 87 miles an hour, low and inside, ball one. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. This one's hit hard, but on one hop to Altuve, grabs it, throws to first, and gets the out. One down. Trey Sweeney comes to the plate with one out. Abreu on the mound with one out. Here's the pitch to Sweeney. Strike one. Inside corner. Tigers have another pitcher going in the bullpen. That next pitch is in there. Strike two. Good pitch from Abreu. Nice curveball. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Sweeney. Stop showing the bullpen. They stay on the bullpen for like 10 seconds. Why? Bouncer to Abreu. He jumps up and grabs it. Good catch by Abreu, and he throws to first for the out. What a good play by Abreu. Look at this. That could have been an infield hit, but Abreu grabs it, lobs it over to first. Out number 2. Jake Rogers comes to the plate with 2 outs, no runners on in the top of the 7th. Abreu looking to shut this down right here. Here comes a pitch. Fouled away. Right now they're having some kind of broadcast problems, I think, because if you notice the strike zone isn't here. The audio has changed. They keep having short blackouts. Swing and a miss on that slider, 88 miles an hour. 0-2 is the count against Rogers. Abreu 1 strike away from ending this inning. And looks like he's going to do it right here. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. 99 miles an hour. Abreu blows off Rogers' doors with this steamer. Holy cow. Strike 3. What a great inning. Abreu walked 1 batter to start off his pitching outing last inning. But the next batter, he was able to strike out. And he comes back in the 7th inning and gets 3 outs. 3 up and 3 down. Solid performance by Abreu. This is vintage Abreu that we see today. Bottom of the 7th coming up, guys. So the 1 solo home run so far is the difference in this game. Astros with 3 hits, but no runs. Tigers with the only hit that matters right now, solo home run. I'll tell you truthfully, I could care less. Are you talking about the game? What will the MLB do if it ends up Detroit versus Mets? Oh man, what a year. Detroit versus the Mets. The Tigers and the Mets. Can you imagine? You know, it's interesting because I look at the Astros run this year so different than their last World Series run and the one before that, if you think about it. Last year, them getting to the World Series didn't matter as much. Their first one was important because they didn't have one, right? But because of the cheating issue, they really needed another clear, decisive World Series victory to clear the air and have a nice, solid, no questions asked, hands down World Series champion win. And they got it. But now it's like they need another good run in the playoffs and a World Series win in order to solidify their dynasty. Because if they lose this series, this is going to be viewed by many as the end of their dynasty, the end of the Astros. Because they fell to the Rangers last year. Couldn't win a single game at home during that series. Rangers have been really bad this year. The Astros fought hard to come back and get to where they are. And now they're playing like this, you know. Caratini is almost hit. Jackson Joby, oh, they say he is hit. They say it got his shirt. So they're going to send Caratini to first base. Very first pitch to Caratini, we get a base runner. All right. That's the best kind of getting hit that there is, just getting nicked on the shirt. So the Batman becomes the Hitman. He gets stroked. And he'll be on first base. Jackson Jobe on the mound now facing Jeremy Pena. Here comes the pitch. Pena fouls that one off. 0-1. Jackson Jobe. I think I don't have his picture in my folder. Let me check. I need to open a folder here and see. No, I don't have him. That will be a strike right there. No balls, 2 strikes to Pena. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Too far inside, ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes. Runner on first. No outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Here comes a pitch to Pena. That one's low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. It's hit into center field. Is it going to get down? Yes, it is. Pena with a single to center field, guys. Awesome. Caratini on second. Pena on first. No outs. Pena finally getting a hit. Good grief. It took long enough. It took long enough. Finally something happening here in the bottom of the 7th. It might be that they pulled Joe before I have a chance to get his picture on the screen. They're having a little meeting on the mound now. The pitching coach is coming out to have a little chit-chat with Job. That gives me an opportunity to change his picture. Change the pitcher picture on the screen. Jackson Jobe is 22 years old. Facing The Houston Astros, with experienced and veteran players coming to the plate. Mauricio Dubon, who has a hit today, comes to the plate. Dubon is showing bunt openly, and he pulls back to swing. So a fake bunt by Dubon. That one's outside, ball 1. 1-0 to Dubon. Runners on first and second, guys. Here's the pitch. Another one outside, ball 2. Crowd is cheering. No outs. Here comes the next pitch. Nope. He has a hard time. He can't hear the pitch comm. He steps off the mound. The crowd is becoming even louder. Job is going to have a little chit-chat with the catcher. So he's going to talk to the catcher and the umpire about his pitch comm. He says he can't hear it. And they bring him a new one. I don't think it's a problem with the pitch comm at all. I think it's the crowd. I think it's getting to him. And he's trying to take a break, trying to slow things down. But the count is 2 balls, no strikes on Dubon. Runners on first and second in the top, or the bottom of the 7th, rather. No outs. Astros about to blow it up here in the bottom of the 7th. The only question is, who's going to be the big hero to start driving in the runs? Oh, that's funny. I just saw a guy in the crowd with an LSU shirt. You see that? Where's he at? There. Oh, no. Too hard to see on this small screen. Dubon bunts it. He gets to first. Everybody's going to be safe. Dubon makes it to first. He lays down the bunt successfully. After faking the bunt, he puts down a bunt. Big, nice bunt. Despite the third baseman being there, he can't make a play. The bases are now loaded, guys. The bases are loaded. Perfect bunt by Dubon. Could not have been better. Oh my gosh, the crowd is going crazy right now. Bases loaded. Look at that bunt. No play. Infield hit. 2 hits for Dubon. And guess what? John Singleton is going to be batting for Chas McCormick. John Singleton coming to the plate. Big John Singleton with bases loaded. And they're going to keep Job in the game, guys. No outs, bases loaded. John Singleton, the lefty, the big, strong lefty, facing the right-handed pitcher, Job. Here's the pitch. Way outside, ball 1. The crowd is all on their feet right now in Houston. That's interesting. The Astros, no grand slams this year. Last year, they had 10. 10. This year, none. That one's fouled away for strike 1. A little low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch to Singleton. Swing and a miss on that slider. That's not a pitch that Singleton can hit very easily. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Come on, Singleton. Nice solid strike, man. That's all we need. A nice solid strike. God, it would be great to see a grand slam, wouldn't it? Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The crowd is really loud. Job seems to be having more problems hearing his pitch comm. Here comes the 2-2 pitch to John Singleton. Single McSingleton. He's grounded to first. He dives for it. They're going to go home, and they're barely going to get the... No, he drops the ball. The Astros are going to score. The catcher dropped the ball. No outs. Everybody safe. Bases will continue to be loaded. Astros tie the game 1-1. The catcher could not get that throw. It was in the dirt. 1-1. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, man. That was absolutely amazing. The Astros get the run on that bad throw. Look at this terrible throw by the second baseman. It was a good play for him to go home. It was a good catch, but just a terrible throw. Bases still loaded, and guess what? Jose Altuve, guys. He comes to the plate. And they're leaving Job on the mound to face Jose Altuve. Bases loaded, no outs. Man, come on. Jose Altuve, my hero, is at the plate. Here's the pitch. Altuve skies it into right field, way high, and caught in foul territory. Are they going to tag? The runner does come home. He's safe. He's safe. He's freaking safe. Pena is on third base, the Flash. He scores on a tag from third base. Look at that. Just barely gets in there. The Astros are up 2-1. Absolutely. What a great call. Pena tags on that right side foul ball, fly ball by Altuve, and he just barely beats that throw. Perfect slide. No replay on that one. Altuve does just enough to get the sacrifice foul fly to get Pena to the plate, the Flash, guys. We had the right guy on base. I've said it many times. When Pena is on base, good things happen because he's so freaking fast. The Astros are now up 2-1 in the bottom of the seventh. They pulled Job. They're going to have another pitcher coming in the game. Kyle Tucker is due up, and I have a headache right now. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Another good game. It's been a tough game so far, but now the Astros are finally scoring some runs. Oh, my God. I have a headache. I can't tell if it's the game, the coffee, or both. Let's see who the Astros are going to be facing on the mound now. It hasn't been updated on the screen yet, but the Astros have runners on first and second. First and third. We have runners on the corners. So we have another runner on third with just one out. Still have a guy in scoring position. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. It looks like it's going to be Sean Gunther. I'm going to change that on the screen. Sean Gunther. Another interesting name. I guess Hinch just thought that the Astros weren't going to be hitting the ball, and he decided to bring in a young guy. There we go. They're showing a replay now, that tag by Pena on third. A big decision to send him. But man, good play. Kyle Tucker comes to the plate. He's facing Sean Gunther. That first pitch is low and outside. Ball one. Everybody excited over in the Astros dugout. This is grounded to the second baseman. It looks like they're going to score another run unless they get the double play, and they do. Kyle Tucker grounds out, so no more runs for the Astros this inning. They almost score another one, but Tucker's not able to beat the throw. But the Astros get the lead. At least they get the freaking lead. 2-1 Astros at the end of 7. 2-1. 5 hits for the Astros. All Tucker had to do there was just get a single. I think Tucker could have bunted the ball, and it would have been better. The Astros probably would have. Yeah, that would have been a good play, actually, to bunt the ball. It would have guaranteed no double play. We probably could have scored another run, and we'd be up 3-1. But, Tucker's a good hitter, but if he's just going to ground out, might as well just bunt it. Can I breathe now? Yeah, you can for now, man. Bit Dog, you can breathe just for now. Who knows what we're going to see in the next couple of innings, but at least the Astros have finally hit the ball a little bit and put some runs on the board. They've gotten some hits. Whew, man. Who's going to be pitching for the Astros in the top of the 8th? Let's take a looky-see. I haven't updated it yet. It still says Abreu, but I highly doubt that Abreu is going to be in the top of the 8th. I have me doubts. He's gone through 4 batters. 5, technically. Yeah, because he walked the first one, then got the next 4. Man, I need to take a quick break. Be right back. Okay, everyone, I am back. Ryan Presley is on the mound for the Astros. I had to run to the toilet right quick. Came back just in time. First pitch to him was a strike. He is facing Ryan Presley. I mean, Ryan Presley is facing Parker Meadows. Got it right. No balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Top of the 8th. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2 is the count. I feel good about Presley. Ever since he's been back, I just feel that he's a different man. Strike 3, curveball right in there. 3-pitch strikeout for Ryan Presley. Good job. Parker Meadows, who had the home run earlier off Brown, goes down on 3 strikes. Heck yes. Good old Ryan Presley. There we go. Got the picture updated on the screen. That one is a ball. First pitch to Carpenter. A little low. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, no runners on. Here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt. Ball 2. 90 miles an hour. 2 balls, no strikes. Kerry Carpenter is 0 for 3 today. Presley about to make it 0 for 4. Crowd isn't standing right now, but they're still pretty active and loud. Here's the pitch. That one's hit to right center, and it's going to be down for a hit. Myers is in center field now. The commentator just called Myers McCormick, but McCormick is not in the game anymore. That's Jake Myers right there, my friend. So there is a base runner. Presley gives up a single, a 1-out single. So the Tigers have a runner on first. That brings up Matt Vierling. Some weird issues going on with the audio. Still some broadcast problems. This one's hit to Altuve. Dives and he can't get it. Runner's going to go to third. Runners on first and second. A single. just out of the reach of Altuve. Man. Almost a double play ball, but just out of the reach of Altuve. It reminds me of that ball yesterday that Pena just couldn't get to. Look how close it was. Look how close. A little meeting on the mound right quick on the infield. And now they break it up. Riley Green comes to the plate. The runners are on the corners. There's still a double play ball possible for the Astros. Presley only has 7 pitches so far. First pitch to Green on the way from Presley in just a moment. Here's the kick and the pitch. Swing and fouled away at the plate for strike 1. I don't know what's going on with the commentators, but they seem to be a little too pro Tigers right now. Kind of annoying to listen to. I'd prefer them to be a little more neutral. Now one gets away from Diaz. It's going to be a wild pitch. 2-2, guys. That one was off the plate. Big bounce off of Diaz, way up into the air, back to the back screen. And that's going to tie the game. Both runners advance. Now we have runner on second. It's going to be a wild pitch by Presley. Very disappointed. So the Astros finally get runs on the board and get a lead and then immediately lose it. 1-1 is the count to Green. That's a strike. That was the pitch that he should have thrown on the last one. One ball, 2 strikes. Astros going to have more work to do with the bats. Here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt. The count is even, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Presley has the call. And here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Out number 2 with that strikeout. That brings up Colt Keith. 0 for 2 today. Runner on second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. In the dirt again. Ball 1. That one picked up by Diaz, thankfully. One ball, no strikes. 2 outs. Here in the top of the 8th. Here's the pitch from Presley. That one's also in the dirt. Did he go around check swing? They say no, he didn't. That'll be ball 2. "47 straight wins when leading after entering the 8th inning for the Astros." Another low pitch, ball 3. 3 straight balls from Presley. The count is 3-0. Come on, man. Just get the out here. Just get the out. Keep this game where it's at. Get the out. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss on that curveball. So he was looking for a fastball, I guess, right in the zone, but he got a curveball instead and came around too early. Strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Come on, Presley. Here comes a pitch. That's in the dirt for ball 4. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. Presley giving up 1 run after that wild pitch. Now we have runners on first and second. A spot is going to come out. It looks like that's going to be it for Presley. Hader is warming up, and it looks like they're going to bring him in the game now. And we go on break here just for a moment while the pitcher warms up. Hader's coming out to the mound. Good grief, guys. We get a lead and we can't even hold it for 1 inning. 28 people following along right now. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you like the video if you haven't already. I'm up to 26 likes. It'd be nice to get to 30 for this live stream. 20 is always my minimal goal. 30 is my mid-range goal, and 40 is my good, really good goal. And anything more than that, 50 is outstanding. The other day, I got to 60 likes for the first time on a live stream video. So that was awesome. But it looks like because of the timing of this game, I don't get as many viewers. The afternoon games, afternoon wildcard games, maybe not so many. Probably we'll have a few more people come in, I guess, before the end of the game because it's getting close to the 9th inning. 2 outs right now, runners on first and second. For those of you just joining, it is in the top of the 8th. The Astros managed to take a lead, a 2-1 lead in the bottom of the 7th. But unfortunately, Presley, after giving up a hit and the runner advancing over to third, he threw a wild pitch, allowing the runner to score, and that tied the game up at 2. And now Josh Hader is on the mound, warming up for the Astros. There are 2 outs, but also runners on second and third. So Hader will be in to hopefully shut down the Detroit Tigers. We'll see what he can do. I need to change his picture on the screen. I forgot to do that. There we go. Boom. First pitch is a ball to Spencer Torkelson. Just barely inside. Second pitch is way low and inside. Ball 2. So the first one was close. The second one not even close. 2-0 to Torkelson. I'm going to try to move this up a little bit, fix my replay to make it a little closer to the actual game. It was lagging a little. Okay, here comes a 2-0 pitch from Hader. High and inside, ball 3. 3 straight balls. Hader barely missed with the first pitch, but the second and third pitch weren't even close. 3 balls, no strikes. Torkelson with runners on second and first. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. They say ball 4 high. 4 straight pitch walk from Hader, and Torkelson is on. Bases are loaded. All we need is 1 freaking out, guys. Just 1 out. What is Hader doing pitching 4 straight balls to Torkelson? Batting coach, or pitching coach rather, the batting coach. Can you imagine? They're sending the batting coach out to talk to Hader. That would make sense if he was going out to talk about the batter that was coming to the plate. But the pitching coach is out to have a little chit-chat with Hader in the infield. Short little break. This game is tied with bases loaded in the top of the 8th. Hader trying to keep from blowing the Astros comeback. Abreu already getting the Astros into a bit of a jam, giving up 1 run on a wild pitch. Or Presley, rather. I'm sorry, not Abreu. Abreu did his job. Bases loaded. Here's the first pitch to Ibanez. Andy Ibanez. He tries to crush this one. He sends it way into the upper decks into left field. Strike 1. 0-1. First strike by Hader. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Hit high to right field and into the crowd. Strike two. 2 foul balls. 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. The crowd is on their feet, looking for an out, looking for a strikeout, looking to end this inning. Here comes a pitch from Hader. Right on the outside edge, just barely misses for ball 1. That was close. What's really strange, though, if you notice, guys, on the broadcast, ever since they started having problems, they don't have a strike box here. It hasn't been there for several innings. They've been having audio problems, video problems. This pitch is fouled back. 97-mile-per-hour sinker. Count remains 1-2. Kind of makes me wonder what's going on. Why are they having issues? Why do they remove the strike box? I don't quite get it. Here's the next pitch from Hader. That's hit hard to left field, and is it going to be fair? It's fair ball all the way to the wall. That's going to score a couple of runs. It takes him a while to get over there to get it and get it in. Everybody scores. That's a 3-run hit, 3-run double. 5-2. Everybody scores off Hader. That's it, guys. That's it for the Astros this year. I'm going to mute this. Josh Hader gives up the long ball all the way to left field, just barely in the corner. I didn't even get to see where that landed, but they called it fair. On the replay, you can't even see where it lands. I want to see another angle of that. I want to see that actually land fair. But by the time the ball is brought back in, the bases are cleared. Runner on second, 2 outs. Trey Sweeney at the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Next one is fouled off. The count remains 0-2. Astros are out of the postseason, I can guarantee you that. This one's hit all the way to left field. Dubon has to leap and make that play. A great catch by Dubon, but it comes too late. Ends the inning, but the damage is done. The Tigers put up 4 freaking runs on the Astros in the top of the 8th. And I don't walk away from games, but this is one that I feel like I wanna walk away from. You know, Presley has been doing so much better, and then he comes in and blows this. Yep, Tender Father says it's over. That's the way I feel. I feel that it's over. How the F did they all get into score? What was that? He got the ball back, no problem. Well, Casey, what happened was there were 2 outs, so they were running. That's why. And they had fast guys on base. It's not uncommon for a double. But that's the other thing. That ball, the place it was hit, it took a while for Dubon to get to that ball. That was the main reason they were able to score, because of the placement of the ball. It was as far into the corner as it could get, and it bounced around kind of weird. So by the time Dubon got to it and threw it in, it was too late. So the Astros are down. They're going to have to get 3 runs in the next 2 innings just to tie the game. Isn't that ridiculous? But this has been the story of the Astros all season long. It doesn't matter whether it was at the beginning of the year, the middle of the year, or the end of the year. There's one thing that has continually plagued the Astros, and actually 2 things. Okay, 2 things. In the beginning, we had pitching problems, of course, but we got over that. The starting pitching, we got over that. Look at this game. The starting pitching was locked down. Hunter Brown gave up 1 run. Fromber had a breakdown in 1 inning yesterday, but overall, just 3 runs. That's manageable. But the two main problems that the Astros keep having is not driving in runners that are on base and the relief pitching breaking down. It's a consistent issue, and it has been that way ever since the beginning of the year. They've never overcome that. Either one of those. As soon as the Astros start doing good, they have a little hot streak. People seem to forget that. They're like, oh, the Astros are on fire. The relief pitching is locked down. Hader's locked down, and no. First pitch to Jordan almost clips him for ball 1. 90 miles an hour on that sinker. 1-0 is the count. They're back in the same hole they were in yesterday, down 3 runs. That pitch is in there. 79 miles an hour slider. How do you not launch on that one, Jordan? 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes a pitch. Grounded to second base. That's going to be an easy out. Fires over. Gets Jordan as he hobbles down the line. Out number 1. These announcers are really annoying the crap out of me because they've been really pro-Tigers. These are supposed to be ABC, ESPN neutral announcers, but they have been so pro-Tigers it's annoying. Alex Bregman comes to the plate, takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. I don't care how many saves Hader has. How many times have we seen him just blow the biggest situations? I mean, I realize that Presley set it up, but Hader added to it. 2 balls, no strikes to Alex Bregman. Here comes a pitch. Way outside, ball 3. A 1-out rally for the Astros? Yes, please. Come on, Bregman. That's a strike. 89 right in the center of the zone. Here comes a pitch. Outside? No. Strike 3. I'm sorry, strike 2. That was a questionable call on the outside there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count against Bregman. Here comes the pitch from Gunther. This one's grounded to the right side. Should be an easy play for the third baseman. And it is out number 2. 2 ground outs for the Astros. Nothing doing in the 8th. 2 away. Six straight postseason losses at home. That's not a stat you want to see. See that? Right down there at the bottom of the screen. Yainer Diaz comes to the plate with 2 outs and no runners on, and the first pitch to him is just inside for ball 1. 90 miles an hour. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Another ground ball, this one to the shortstop who lobs it over, and he makes the tag on Diaz. It was a bad throw, but he's able to make the tag, and Diaz is out. Astros lay down and take it in the bottom of the 8th. We go into the top of the 9th. Astros down 5-2. Now would be the perfect opportunity. If we still had Rafael Montero, we could bring him in, right? I mean, I have to wonder, if we had Rafael Montero, I wonder how he would have done instead of Hader or Presley. I think he wouldn't have given up 4 runs. Isn't that terrible? Montero is the type of pitcher that should give up 4 runs in an inning, in the 8th inning. Not Hader, not Presley. Montero. But the script has been flipped, and the joke is on the Astros for paying so much money for Josh Hader And when it really matters, when it matters most, they let the Astros down. You know, if the Astros aren't able to come back in the ninth, guys, I've been thinking about this because obviously the postseason ends here. And I don't have any more Astros games to call after this if they lose today. And I've been thinking about how it would affect me. Because I was really hoping that the Astros could go deep into the playoffs and maybe even win the World Series. It would really cheer me up. I've been fighting cancer now for over 2.5 years. And I had some good news a couple days ago from the doctor. Yeah, Montero was awful. But Astros winning in the postseason, going to the World Series, would actually cheer me up. And I thought, maybe they can do it. You know, they turn the season around. Maybe they can do it. But if they don't, I was asking myself, how does that affect me? And maybe it could be for the best for me, personally. And that's just because it allows me the opportunity to focus more on my studies. No more games to call right now, right? I could do playoff games for the other teams, but my heart's just not into it. Hader's still on the mound for the Astros, and he's facing Jake Rogers. That first pitch is in there for strike one. Next one is lined into left field, and Dubon makes a diving catch but can't get it, so that's going to be a hit. Hader gives up another hit. Nice attempt by Dubon, but he just couldn't get there. Probably going to be a single. Hader's still giving up the hits. Good try for Dubon. Man, they're really working him out there. Tigers showing bunt, fouls it off. Parker Meadows at the plate. Strike one with that foul. Here comes the next pitch. Shows bunt again, but this time pulls back. Ball one. 1-1. Tigers clearly trying to bunt so that they can move the runner up. Here comes the next pitch. He shows bunt again. Pulls back. 2 balls. No strike. Or 1 strike. I'm sorry. 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Here's the bunt. He lays it down to Bregman. Bregman goes to second. He gets the out at second base. Good play by Bregman. Bad choice for the batter to be bunting to Bregman, who was playing way in on the grass. He was easily able to get that to second, so the Astros get the lead runner. Perfect play by Bregman. He played so far in. Kind of makes you wonder, what in the world was the batter thinking, bunting it right to Bregman? Plenty of time to get to second. That brings up Malloy, who is pinch hitting for Carpenter. Justin Henry Malloy with 1 out, runner on first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the inside. 94 miles an hour. Strike one. Oh, 1 out. Hader fires over to first. The runner goes, and they pick him off at second, and they get the throw to the second and get the out. Good pickoff move by Hader. Caratini goes to second. Altuve gets the tag. The Tigers are checking to see if they might want to challenge that, and they're going to say keep going. A.J. Hinch gets the call, and he says, no, let's keep playing. It was close. But Altuve got the tag just before his foot got there. Here comes the next pitch to Malloy. Fouled off. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, no runners on. Here's the pitch. High, ball 2. I'm sorry, ball 1? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I'm out of it right now. I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed. But at least we have 2 outs. Come on, Hader. Get the out. Here comes the pitch. 1 and 2. Another hit. Left field single. Pinch hit single by Malloy. Hader gives up another single. So despite getting the out on the attempted base steal, Hader decides that he likes having a runner on. Gives up the single to Malloy. 2 out base runner. That brings up Matt Vierling. First pitch from Hader on the way. A little low, ball 1. 25 pitches now for Hader. Here comes a pitch. High and outside, ball 2. Hader trying to dig himself another hole, looks like. I guess the one that he got from Presley wasn't big enough. He wants to try to dig a bigger one. Here comes the pitch. That one's in the dirt and outside, ball 3. 3 straight balls to Vierling. Crowd is really quiet right now. Can't blame them. Sun is coming up outside at 6:20 in the morning here. Here's the pitch from Hader. That's a strike. And that is 3 balls and 1 strike on that sinker. 7 hits for the Tigers this game. 5 for the Astros. 5-2 right now in the top of the 9th with 2 outs, runner on first. That one goes to the back screen. The runner will advance to second, no problem. He can just jog to second. High pitch goes off of Diaz's glove. That was ball 4 anyway. Doesn't matter. Runners on first and second. It brings up Riley Green. 2 outs, 2 runners on. Diaz is going to take a stroll out to the mound with the pitching coach to have a chat with Josh Hader. Astros have a little bit of action going in the bullpen right now. I think that if Hader gives up more runs right here, then it doesn't really matter. Just leave him in there. Let him pay. Make him pay for his crimes. Let him get up to 50 pitches. Who cares? It'll be the last game of the season for him. Riley Green's at the plate. The first pitch is outside. Another ball from Hader. 1-0. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. That's also outside. 2 balls and no strikes. I mean, you guys, I don't know exactly what Espada's doing right now, but if he wants to give the Astros some kind of chance to get this game tied in the 9th, he needs to think about what he's doing with the pitcher, right? Don't you think? The entire season is on the line right now. That's a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike from Hader. 2-1 to Green. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. That was a sinker? That was fast for a sinker. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Weak applause from the crowd. Looking for a possible strikeout here. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a high fly ball over to the left side. Bregman goes over, but it looks like it's going to be out of play. And it is. Count remains 2-2. Top of the ninth, Astros down 5-2. Astros have a 3% chance of winning this game, guys. Challenge accepted. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Green. Here's the pitch from Hader. Low and outside, nowhere near the strike zone. Full count with 2 outs, so the runners will be running full speed. Hader changes the ball. He wants a different one. Here comes the next pitch. This one's hit high out into center field. Myers is out underneath it. He'll make the play. Out number 3. This commentator continues to be a jerk. He seemed very disappointed there that the Tigers didn't get more runs. He keeps talking about what a great scrappy team the Tigers are and how great they are and how difficult it is to play them, and they could just bring in pitcher or extra hitters at any time. They might bring in a lefty for a righty or a righty for a lefty. You never know what they're going to do. It's very hard to figure them out, and they're so good and this and that and on and on and on and on. And whenever they do get a hit or they do score or get on base, he's just going on and on about how great they are. But whenever the Astros get out of the inning, he's like, oh, that's out 3. That's it. You know, he's very disappointed when the Astros do something positive, and he's just all about loving up on the Tigers. It seems too scripted. I could understand it if it's a Detroit Tigers podcaster or play-by-play guy or commentator, but to be a supposedly neutral guy, I don't get it. At the end of the day, it's only a game. That's true. Bit dog, that's loser talk. That's not loser talk. That's just the truth. It is just a game. I mean, seriously, guys, it's just a game. It's a game that many people pour a lot of focus and importance into. But to be honest, but to be completely honest, at the end of the day, does it really matter? I mean, if you think about it, in my health situation, dealing with cancer, a lot of other stuff doesn't matter so much anymore. Some things don't really matter at all anymore to me. Because the only thing that matters is not being in pain and being able to function and have a life, you know. Have the opportunity to pursue the things that I love and want to do. Because if I can't do that, I don't want to be here. If every day is a struggle, and that struggle has like no end in sight, then that's too difficult. I would rather not have to face that all the time. Victor Caratini, the Batman, comes to the plate facing Will Vest. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Oh, 1. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a foul ball by Caratini. 0-2 is the count. Bottom of the ninth, guys. This is it. It's do or die right here. No hits yet today for Caratini, but he has been hit. And he has scored a run. Here's the pitch. High and outside, 98 miles an hour. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Come on, Batman. 3 straight homers. Tie this game up. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. Got him looking. 98, right in the bottom of the zone. Caratini doesn't even swing the bat, guys. Doesn't that just say it all right there? Just take the strike. Don't even try to swing. Jeremy Pena comes to the plate. Now we've got some Astros fans leaving the stadium. Surprisingly, a good bit of them are still there. Pena hits it to center field, and it's going to go all the way to the wall, and a catch right by the wall. So despite a long drive by Pena, the center fielder is able to make the play. Out number 2. And that's the end of the season. Coming up in just a moment, we're just 1 out away. Mauricio Dubon is on deck, and he's coming to the plate right now. But Dubon is 2 for 2 today. He has come through for the Astros twice. First swing is hit opposite field, and that's going to be out of play for strike 1. They're showing that ridiculous, not as difficult as it looks catch. Don't know why he jumped there. He could have just run to the wall and catch it. Here's the next pitch to Dubon. He grounds it, and that's going to be it. Yep. Ground out. That's the game, guys. Dubon grounds out to the second baseman. The Astros are out. That's it. Season's over for the Astros. They lose 5-2 to the Tigers. And there's not a whole lot to say about that. Our season is over. Astros are done. They're going... I was going to say they're going home, but they're already home. All they have to do is get in their cars and hang their heads in shame, because that was one of the worst performances. This series has been one of the worst I've ever seen. The starting pitchers come out and do their jobs. I mean, Valdez gave up 3 runs, but come on. You can't get 3 runs on the board to tie the game. If you give up 3 runs the entire game, that's not bad. But when you only score 1 run, that is bad. And when you only score 2 runs, that's bad. The Astros scored 3 total runs in 2 games against the freaking Detroit Tigers. I couldn't be more disappointed in my team right now. The tell of the tape was once again the relievers and the batters. The same freaking thing I've been saying over and over again since I started watching and calling the games this year. No matter how good or bad the Astros are doing, throughout all of it, they continually have issues with the relief pitchers and with the runs scored, the runners left on base. I'll give you a quick summary of the game, and then I'm out of here. I'm going to try to get some sleep. I think I can, maybe, if I can go to sleep, maybe I can sleep for another hour before I have to go to school. This game was scoreless through 6 until there was a solo home run by Meadows off of Hunter Brown, 1-0 Tigers. In the bottom of the 7th, the Astros started a little something. Singleton grounded into a fielder's choice and scored Caratini on a throwing error to home. 1-1, they tied it up. Altuve hit a sacrifice fly to right, scoring Pena. 2-1 Astros. They got the lead in the 7th, but in the top of the 8th, the Astros had a complete breakdown. Presley let runners get on base, threw a wild pitch. The game was tied 2-2. And then guess what? Hader came in, gave up a double, a bases clearing double, putting the Astros down 5-2, 3 runs. 4 runs scored by the Tigers in the top of the 8th. The Astros laid down in the 8th inning, did nothing, and laid down in the 9th inning. Astros bats absolutely horrendous this game. 5 hits total, just 2 runs. In 2 games, scored 3 runs total. 1 in the 9th inning yesterday, 2 in the 7th today, and the season is over. So despite an excellent pitching performance by Hunter Brown, the Astros are done. And the Tigers will probably get destroyed in the next series. Yeah. By Astros. We will see you next season. Yep, that's pretty much it, guys. Time for me to focus on my Japanese studies. I'll just be doing 2 things now. Japanese studies and my part-time work online. That's pretty much it. Other than sleeping and dealing with my health situation. But I want to say thank you to everyone who's been following along and supporting me. liking and subscribing, all that stuff. I hope that something turns around. The Astros are able to figure out what their problem is in the relief pitching and in the batting with these runners left on base. They haven't been hitting home runs. They got no grand slams the entire season. They had 10 last year. They've been stranding runners on base like crazy. I'm just tired of saying it. But, you know, it's like BitDog says, it's only a game. It really is only a game. If we get too emotionally invested in it, then it can really bother us. And that kind of stress I definitely don't need because of my tumor. Hope to see you next season. Prayers for good help. See ya. Thank you, Steele. Thank you for being here all this time. I will try to put together some interesting stuff whenever I have the time and upload some videos here and there. Maybe I'll go back. I'm really thinking about going back and trying to get some highlights from Altuve's season, just for example, putting them together, putting a video up. If I'm able to gather myself to do that, then I'll post it. Just want to say thank you all for your support this season. See you next season. And Geaux Stros. Disappointing loss. Disappointing end of the season. I would have liked to see them actually advance at least through this round instead of getting swept by the freaking Tigers, but it is what it is. The Lion, yeah, I hope so. Editing stuff is no problem for me. It's just a matter of time because of my studies, but we'll see what I can do. If Detroit can beat Houston for 2 straight, they can go far. They can. I don't have a feeling that. I think their luck is going to run out, but they're lucky that they played the Astros because the Astros are having problems scoring runners and locking it down with their relief pitching. So they got lucky. The bad Astros showed up in this series. But once again, thank you all for being here. It was fun. You know, I got to 262 subscribers, and I didn't even start until this summer. I didn't even get started until the middle of the summer. So because of that, I was able to grow, and you guys being here really helped out. And I hope that I can make this channel even better in the future, and that the Astros can have a really good year. It'd be nice to be here all season next year, but we'll see. That's all for now. Once again, thank you very much. There's no preview for the next game. That's it. We're done. So, a friend of mine told me I should call some of the other playoff games, but I'm not sure I'm going to do that. I'm thinking about calling some just because maybe the World Series or something. I don't know. It depends on my schedule. My school schedule comes first, but we'll see. I'll decide. I need a break right now. This really stressed me out. But thank you again. I'll see you guys when I see you. And until next time, Geaux Stros. See you guys. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.